What's up everyone, welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking a look at Solana here, and as we can see, it's pretty much done exactly what we predicted in our previous video, which was that we were going to continue to basically roll over here. With Solana being so overextended, it's not really made that much support, has it? So it's kind of rolled over to the next decent area of structure. As you can see, there was a decent area of structure in this area here, so looking something like this. And you can see what Solana's done is, it's basically wicked back down into this area multiple times looking for support. And so far it looks as though this area has actually been held as support really nicely. It's obviously had quite a decent sell-off from that high that it made at around $220-ish there. And it's rolled over looking for a decent bit of support. It's kept rolling over and rolling over. Come all the way down here a few days ago to around that $140-ish level on a wick. We've actually bounced back up and we're currently trading at around $160-ish. Basically getting a decent bounce off the downside of this recent move to the downside over the past week or so. You can see quite obviously that, as we said in our last video, Solana's getting way overextended. Obviously, ever since we broke our previous all-time high, we can throw our fib retracement tool on here, like looking something like this. Get an idea of some of the levels that we've been looking for, and you can see how well these levels have actually been respected. Ever since we broke that all-time high, we run all the way up perfectly to the 127. We retraced somewhat, find a bit of support. Almost retesting that previous all-time high, but we didn't quite. Obviously come up to the 141 here, bit of support, but we broke it, flipped it into a bit of resistance, sorry. Broke through it, flipped it into support. Come up to the 168 here. Another level of resistance absolutely melted through. And then Solana came up and it got this overextension past that $200-ish level, but obviously you can see that's a decent level of support because the price did start, decent level of resistance, sorry, because the price did start to roll over again, as you can quite clearly tell. The price has actually begun to roll over here, essentially, basically doing something like this, where we hit that $200-ish level, started to roll over, doing something like this as well. And basically, you know, things looking really good, aren't they? We've come down, we found a bit of support for Solana, looking pretty bullish, come down and tested the 20 moving average as well for the first time. Good to see that being tested as support as well. And basically Solana just looking, you know, it has had a bit of a rollover, but it's actually looking pretty strong in terms of its price action, the way that it's holding that 20 moving average. It's basically looking really bullish for continuation in our opinion. Now that it's come down, it's actually tested support pretty nicely. But obviously we would say, and we have been saying this whole time, just a word of caution about Solana. It has been very overextended, and you can see quite clearly on this chart that, you know, the price action hasn't even retested the 20 moving average until basically, on the daily chart at least, until basically, you know, a few days ago. So ever since we had this huge pump all the way from the last time that we touched the 20 moving average here was around $30, and we got all the way to $220, so that's around 8x in that time. So just do be aware, you know, Solana might still have some correcting to go. So we'll just take a look at some short-term price predictions then. As we can see here, Solana's obviously rolled over, but it does seem to be finding a decent bit of support now in and around, what is this? The 150-ish area, obviously a good psychological number as well. So you can see here, obviously if Solana does roll over some more, we've got the 20 moving average here coming in at around that $145-ish level, where you probably expect a bit of a bounce. Currently trading at $158. And if we do roll over further, then you probably expect to see Solana essentially coming down to the 55 here. Probably will be coming in at around $120-ish if we did have a bit of a deeper correction for Solana. Obviously we've got the bottom of this range here as well. You'd probably say reasonably at around $125. Maybe you get a decent confidence of the bounce off these two areas here as well before we move to the upside. So things looking really good. Obviously Solana's cooling off a bit on our RSI as well. And if we do start to pump up again and get support here, coming back towards these levels at around $200, obviously the first area to target is $200, and then we've got that 227 extension of our overall move of around $275 as well. And in terms of long-term price predictions, we do think Solana's had a massive pump, and in reality it's probably not going to go that much higher in this bull run, we would anticipate, just because of basically how crazy its price action has been. But we do think $300 or $400 by the end of the bull run would be a very reasonable price target for Solana. which would essentially be around a 2-3x from the current price. That's it guys, we'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.